Hey everybody, welcome to my September live stream. This is another installment of Sipping Samples on Saturday. This is the second Saturday of September. It's 6 p.m. All right. Give everybody enough time to come in. I know some people don't get notifications or anything like that and don't know I'm coming up. And it's kind of early in the day. So I'm going to get into sampling some samples here in a bit, I hope, with some people that are on stream in the chat. But in the meantime, I'm going to crack a few bottles and give them some samples here. So first one I've got, I'm going to crack is an Old Forester 117 bonded bottled and bond rye. So this is a rye from the first rye out of the 117 series. So the these bottles are hard to get for a lot of people. They're only available at the distillery or here locally in Louisville or Kentucky, and they do sell them online sometimes. But Old Forester only ships to 5 states, so kind of hard to get a hold of. So I'll give this guy a pop. Yeah, soft pop. But yeah, this is probably my 8th to 10th type of Old Forester 117 that I've picked up. So my collection is definitely growing. Probably about the 8th, I would guess. And this is the first rye, like I said, that they have. So now these are only 375 liter bottles. You can tell it's a smaller bottle. When they started putting these things out 3-4 years ago, they started out, they were $45-50. I think 50 was what they were supposed to be, but you could pick them up cheaper than that sometimes. And since then it's crept up, and now they're more like $65 to $70. So, although I still see some as low as 60. So, real quick in the chat so far, I see Eric Mays said hello. Hey Eric, how you doing? And Bourbon Spice and Marg E. Excuse me. There's my obligatory cough there. First nose or first sip of the day. All right, smells like a rye, 100 proof, bottled and bond rye. So I believe Old Forester just has the one rye mash bill. So if you get the Old Forester rye, it's 100 proof. Anyways, it's not bottled and bond, but their regular rye is 100 proof. It's pretty unique mash bill. I think it's something like 65% rye and 25-30% corn, and then some malted barley in there. So, but it's not your typical Kentucky rye, 51% rye. All right, give it a taste. Cheers. I should probably pre-game on this stuff and drink some high-proof stuff before I start. I did remember to eat today, so that's good. All right. It's dark on the taste. So, I'm trying to pull out some kind of a sweet, like a caramel or something, but it's so dark. If it is, it's a burnt caramel. There's Sean Holtgrave. How you doing, Sean? And Brian Slapshot. Good to see you, Brian. I saw you post this week, Brian. Hand delivery package you got that had some banging bottles in it. Looked like we have really good delivery, so be excited about that one. Yeah. So this is it's a nice rye. It is spicy. I would say it's not really sweet. It's not really hot. It's got a good peppery spice on it, and it's a dark rye. So definitely enjoyable. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, there's Brian responding there. Yeah, nice package. Yeah, I don't remember what was in it, but I remember when I saw it. I'm like, yeah, that looked pretty nice. All right, keep letting people roll in, as I said, but the next thing I'm going to try to sample here, I'm going to open another bottle. And excited about this bottle. This is a Joseph Magnus cigar blend. So this is my first Joseph Magnus cigar blend I've ever had. So uh, first bottle. So I'm going to crack it right here. It's crazy going back in time. The very first sample exchange I did with anybody was Tim Evans out of Chicago, and I got Joseph Magnus cigar blend from him, and I sent him. I think it was the very first release of the Woodford double oaked. So from way back in 2014, 2015 is when that came out. So it was a double oak that I sent him, and he sent me a Joseph Magnus cigar blend. I don't remember what batch it was, but I think the batches at that time were down in the 20s. Now they're up in 200 and something. As a matter of fact, this batch is number 287. So that's crazy hard to believe. I know they've been through a lot of iterations, over these last few years. Let me get my scissors to cut this. I don't want to tear this apart too much. I see some more people coming in the chat. Let me catch up on that here. There we go. Chris Tads. Hey, Chris. How you doing? From Edinburgh, Scotland. Oh, nice. So Chris obviously is from Australia. So I haven't been keeping up with you guys. Are y'all in Scotland right now? That'd be awesome if you were. So, all right, let me give this a pop. A little better pop than the last one. So give it a pour. But I have had over the last, I guess we're going on 5 years ago that I got that sample from Tim Evans. So I had, hold on. Chris is saying it's Lil's birthday. Oh, yep. I think we were with you guys 2 years ago, probably it was, on your all's birthdays when we were out in California, out in San Francisco. And it's cool. Y'all's birthdays are a day apart. My and my wife's birthday are a month apart. So, technically a little less, a day less than a month apart. So pretty close. It's always fun. All right. Okay. So y'all been drinking some scotches. Nice. I'm a Scotch fan, so I picked up one I haven't opened yet. I don't know what it is, but maybe I'll get into that someday. But yeah, let's get on with this this guy. But yeah, this Joseph Magnus cigar blend. I've done a review on the Joseph Magnus triple cask in the past. Last year, I bought the Murray Hill Club, just a regular Murray Hill Club, and I've drank it down to about halfway, probably. Never did a review on it. Didn't ever really totally love it. It's good. It's different. It's got some interesting stuff going on, I should say. So, but the cigar blend, I'm definitely curious about. So, I think I've had, besides the sample I got from Tim, I think I've had 2 other samples given to me I know I've got one or two of them sitting out here on my table, and in case people show up. And the yeah, okay. Lost my train of thought there reading the chat. So, all right. But I actually, and it's crazy, Tim Evans sample that I got, I have not cracked that guy yet. I still have his sample. So I know I've kept a lot of samples over the years, but I have been drinking some, and that's one reason I definitely need to go live these live streams is get rid of some samples. So I've drank some other samples. There's where my train of thought went. And I've definitely had several pours of this in bottle shares, over the last couple of years. But I was real happy to find this guy for sub $200 for, I hadn't even seen it for over 3 years, except maybe once or twice at secondary prices, which I wouldn't pay. And then all of a sudden this year I picked one up for around 185 or something like that. Super happy since I hadn't even seen one for so many years. So the nose, okay. Now, when you say Unity sample, Chris, is that the Infinity blend? Is that what a Unity sample is? Is that my Infinity blend? So the nose on this has some sharpness on the tail end of the nose. Definitely has some fruit in here too, which is interesting. But yeah, it's not giving off a bourbon or a rye type spice or nose. And I forget what all this is. This is straight bourbon whiskey, finished in Armagnac, sherry, and cognac cask, which is very similar to the triple cask and the Murray Hill Club. The difference is the Murray Hill Club is obviously not straight bourbon whiskey. It's got some bourbon whiskey, but some light whiskey in there. And this guy is cask strength. So this particular one is coming in at 59.89% alcohol. So what's that? 119.6 or something like that. Almost 120. And the Murray Hill Club, I think, was 106, 107 proof, but the regular triple cask is 95 or 100 proof. So this guy's cask strength. So nice. Let's give it a quick sip. Oh, wow. Definitely know why everybody loves this stuff. It was a quick heat wash over the tongue that went away, and it just left flavor behind. So wasn't hot or anything, but it was just a wash of heat, and wasn't hot going down or anything, but it's still lingering on the finish. So definitely a long finish. Yeah, very nice. So there's Dustin. Cheers, Dustin. I think I might have let it scroll past you. Good to see you. I just watched your all's video on the Woodford Sherry and the Old Forester Sherry. Released it. It was a funny video. I was cracking up. You guys were, it seeming like y'all were loving the stuff. You were just talking about it. Very animated, very excited about it all. And at the very end, y'all were like, "Yeah, it's okay. I wouldn't buy it again." So Thought that was hilarious. And I saw a West Virginia bourbon guy pop in here. And I definitely have let it scroll now. A lot of not used to the chat going on so much. Chris and Lil talking. Cheers and people too. Bourbon Spice in there talking with Lil. Bourbon Spice being my wife, by the way. So there y'all go. So, all right. Oh man, this is nice. This, I've been talking and sipping this, and it's just like every time I take a drink, it's delicious. It's got the heat, which is just it's punch of heat, but then it's just flavor all over the tongue, and it's try to put my finger on a flavor point there, but definitely kind of like I mean, I know it's a cigar blend. I don't smoke cigars, so but definitely I could see some leatheriness or some old wooden library or church pew type of flavors going on there, stuff you'd really want in an old library or an old college or something. Nice. All right. What else do I want to get into here? Been watching for people that I could get some samples out of that were their samples. That I haven't seen anybody join. I know I actually texted a few people that I know have sent me samples, gave them a heads up about the stream, and they were, everybody was a little busy, but said they might be able to make it. So maybe give them a little bit more time, they might make it. But I'll tell you what, one of them that I'm definitely interested to get in on, since I've got this Joseph Magnus that I just opened up. I got a package delivered from, there's Chris talking about the Larrikin bourbon stuff. Yeah. Yeah, we tasted that for the first time at Bourbon on the Banks last year. The Larrikin stuff, great stuff. I've had a few pours of it over the last year. Everybody's been loving it. Everybody's been going and visiting the place, which I have not. I've driven past it a couple times, but I haven't stopped by and visited it. But yeah, definitely some cool stuff. But anyways, I got a package delivered from Dave Vogelsang, who's not here, but I'll go ahead and I can drink some samples of people that aren't here. But the one that comes to mind is he sent a sample of the Joseph Magnus Murray Hill Club special release, which I'm assuming was this last one. And I'm not sure. It doesn't have a date on it, but it says release number 4, bourbon finished in Calvados casks, 111 proof. So, yeah, so I gave the proof on everything so far. The 100 proof on the bottled and bond rye here, and 119 something and some change on the cigar blend here. So this guy's going to be 111 proof, and it's finished in Calvados cask, but it's the Joseph Magnus Murray Hill Club special release. So. There we go. Dustin's saying he loves that Murray Hill Club special release. Is this the most recent one, Dustin? I think it probably is. I know there's been some other ones, but I know this last one, everybody's been really raving about it. I didn't ever see it. Not sure what it went for price-wise, but I know it was hard to find. So. All right. Yeah. It actually smells very similar to the cigar blend I just had. And I don't want to mix my glasses up, but I think that was this one because that glass is almost empty. And this first one here, I think was my Old Forester Rye. Yeah. Nose is similar, but there's something on the tail end of that's I actually said there was on the cigar blend that kind of was a sharpness. There is on this too. And maybe it's my mind. Price wise, they're about the same. I got you. And it could be my mind playing tricks on me, but I could see some aroma coming here from the Calvados, from the which I don't know. I don't have the bottle, obviously, but did it say? What type of Calvados and all that? So I know Calvados is a fruit brandy, if I'm not mistaken, right? So I went to France 20 something years ago, and late 90s, and definitely had some pear Calvados while I was there, and brought some back with me. I've still got some pear Calvados that I haven't even opened from 25 plus years ago. The but I know a lot of it could be apple. Most Calvados probably is apple, but the region I was in, they were really big on the pear. All right, Dustin's saying it is the apple brandy. Um, so yeah. But like I say, I had a bunch of pear brandy Calvados while I was over there in France and brought some back. But I don't know if I had any of the apple brandy. Well, it's nice. It definitely doesn't have the heat punch that the cigar blend had. Um, Mid palate is where the heat's at on this one. So this one actually has some sweet up front, and all right, there's a Marg E, who's my daughter. Y'all have seen her before on some of our videos we've done, our Margaret videos. But yeah, the pear brandy that I have from there, the Calvados I have from there, is actually in these glass ampules, um, which are super cool. But to open them, I think there's a pack of 4 of them in a little box. To open them, you actually have to snap the glass off, and then pour it out. So kind of an interesting situation. I always thought, man, wonder how you avoid getting little pieces of glass or shards of glass in there. But I guess you just snap it off and then pour. But supposedly they used to use ampules like that a lot for medicine. I mean, we're talking probably 75 years ago or pre-World War II, probably. That was how a lot of medicine was supplied, was in glass ampules like that. So, yeah, this guy has a long finish, just like the cigar blend did, but it's sweeter, definitely, than the cigar blend. The sweetness is up front, the spice is in the middle. It dissipates pretty quick, but that whole flavor, drags on a little bit there. And the tail end of it, you got the fruitiness on that. So, so definitely a different experience. Both a long finish. This one has the sweet and the spice. This one just had a blast of heat, and then just that old oak or leather or cigar flavor going on there. So, Chris is saying, before he goes, yes, I am going to Bourbon on the Banks. We'll be there. Go see your brother, Bourbon Mafia, Ryan Gelfo at Brothers of the Leaf. Okay. And True Story booth, and I'll tell them. Okay, perfect. I'll do that. And yeah, the True Story, the first time we saw that, I ever saw that was at Bourbon on the Banks last year too, right at the very end. I think they were, in fact, you all brought some with you when we left to the bottle share that night, or took it with you, but had never even seen that bottle before. And, it's not a clear bottle. It's like a white bottle and whatever. But so that was the first time I saw Larrikin. First time I saw the True Story stuff. So interesting. Good trip there last year, though. All right, I only poured out about half of that sample that Dave sent. But just from going with that, though, I am just going to tell you right up front here, I think I enjoyed the cigar blend better. Now, and from what I've read, there is Dave. Hey, Dave. Dave, Dave Vogelsang, let's see, he said hi. He's been saying hi to some other people. You weren't here yet, but I actually cracked your sample. That's what I was just drinking, of this Joseph Magnus Murray Hill Club special release, finished in the Calvados barrel. So I tell you what, I can bring you on stream if you're interested. You sent me an incredible number of samples. I can certainly open up another sample of yours, and let me know if you want to come on, or if not, if you know another sample you want me to try of yours, let me know. If you remember what you sent. If not, I can read you some off. But this actually, it was this one over here. The Murray Hill Club special release was very nice. But the Murray Hill Club that I just cracked, I think was better. Sorry, the cigar blend I just cracked was better. That's what I started to say. I'm going to pour a little bit more of this. From what I've read, cork's coming apart. Oh boy, I have to replace this guy. Yep, it's separated. All right. This is not even one of the best cigar blends out there. I mean, like I say, this is batch 287. There's been so many of these, and some of them were bad batches. Some of them people didn't like at all. This one, from what I've read, is probably just the middle of the road batch, but I'm telling you what, it's delicious. So, all right, catch up here. Everybody, Dave's saying hi to Mike. What's for you, bourbon guy? There he goes. Mike was saying Murray Hill Club's special release is outstanding. All right. Yep, Chris, if you're not gone already, thanks for popping on. Appreciate all the chat and everything and all that, and all the interesting information there. But we'll catch up later. Elijah Craig saying hi to Dave Vogelsang. And heading to dinner, cannot join. All right, not a problem. Eric Mays, that's no good. Time for a new tile. Yeah. I don't even know what to do with this at the moment. I guess I can just stick this back in it for the moment, and I'll find a replacement, or maybe I can fix that. It just separated, so I can probably put some super glue on there and stick it back together. We'll find out. Premium whiskey needs to be in a screw top. There you go, Dustin. You are not alone in that thought. So nothing wrong with the screw top. Nothing wrong with I'm not going to say that. But what do y'all think about glass corks? Anybody ever had a glass cork? I've never had a glass cork, but I opened a bottle with a glass cork at a bottle share, and it was a weird situation. But those things are weird. All right, here we go. Bourbon just popped on. So he's was out shopping. Says he needs to unload the car, but he's going to pop on. So we've got some samples from him. So I'll bring him on stream. Dave, if you're still here, if you haven't had the dinner yet, you got something else you'd like me to try? Sorry if I'm not talking into the mic. I've got a couple other bottles that I set out of yours. Not all your samples, but a couple. I got a barrel decade, 20-year, finishing Spanish brandy and Hungarian oak. Holy mackerel, 142 proof. I didn't even realize that was hazmat. I've got a 7.3 distilling whiskey tree high rye straight bourbon, 100 proof. Never heard of that one. And I've got a Don Michael black whiskey, Andean black corn whiskey, single barrel selection distilled in Peru, 125 points proof. Yeah, I don't know about this guy. Definitely will sample him, but let's not to do that today. So, all right. Yeah, I'm still working on this cigar blend, man. Enjoying it. I'm going to send Bourbon the link. So when he does get unloaded and does get in the house and ready, then he can come on stream. So Elijah Craig, I know I said hi already. You said hello. Is that a new name you've started there, or is somebody I already know, or is this just a new person? I can't hardly say new to the channel. Everybody here is new to the channel as far as the live streams go. So, but I know I've seen variations of Elijah Craig over the years in different streams, different chats. But anything that would let me know who you were or who you are. I tell you, that's so nice. Glad I opened that guy finally. I've got more samples to open. Got a bunch sitting out on the table right here, but I don't like to open people's samples without them. So I guess I could grab another bottle of crack if hold on. Dave did reply. I missed it. Interested to see what you think of the Bibb and Tucker 15-year. All right. Let me find that sample of Dave's. That's not one I got out of the box, but I should be able to find that guy. Bibb and Tucker. The Golden Spike, aged 15 years. Bourbon whiskey, 100.8 proof. All right. That looks like it right there. All right, so we're going to go Bibb and Tucker here. Now, Bibb and Tucker is a brand that I see all the time. Let me, I've got more glasses here, but let me, I don't need to rinse one out yet. I've got a glass here. Bibb and Tucker I see at Total Wine all the time. I don't know if it's affiliated with Total Wine, if it's released other places. There's Marcus, the Bourbon Judge. Hey, welcome. Good to see you. I just started my live streams. This is my third month, Marcus. So I'm doing one a month, second Saturday of the month. And I've been trying to do something every month, like, do some sort of a quick blind. Damn, this thing is sealed up pretty good here. I might have to get a knife or out or something. But been trying to do some kind of samples, like a little quick blind. I did the first month with the Heroes editions or some bottle cracks, bottle pops, whatever you want to call them. All right. Lesson learned there, Dave Vogelsang. I should have known just from the packaging, the bubble wrap and the box and everything and all that. He is on his game when it comes to packaging. And don't wait till you're on stream to get these guys unwrapped necessarily, because it's going to take a bit. And it's funny, I've been doing Fresh Crack Fridays on my videos. And I often worry about that too when I'm doing the Fresh Crack Friday. That oh man, what if it takes me like 5 minutes to open it, like just now? And sometimes it does, but that's the beauty of recorded video. I can edit it and get rid of all that. But here on the live stream, y'all just got to suffer with me. So just twist. Okay, somebody said just twist the cap. That was Dave. Well, I'll try that next time, Dave, now that I got this one open already. So just twist it through the plastic. Okay, that's what I'll do. All right. Marcus, what are you up to these days? Oh, wow. And I was asking some questions about this. Let me see if anybody answered it. Is Bibb & Tucker affiliated with Total Wine, or is it sold everywhere? For some reason, I've kind of always thought it was just maybe a Total Wine brand, or it's one of their spirits direct. It might not be. I've kind of avoided it. I never have. I've sampled it there in the store, but I've never bought any. So this is a beautiful nose on this, though. All right, somebody's asking if it's distilled at Dickel. Now, don't put that in my mind, because as I'm saying, this is a beautiful nose on this. Now I'm getting some minerality there on the nose. So. But maybe that's Dickel's barrels, right? I don't know. Maybe Bibb & Tucker uses their own barrels, uses different barrels. All right, so they do use so Dickel does distill for them. They're a non-distilling producer. Now that nose, though, it's got some fruit on there, is what that is. I almost want to say grape. Definitely enjoying that nose. It's not spicy, not off-putting. I mean, forget I said minerality there at all, but yeah, a little bit of grapiness on the nose, which is more of a Buffalo Trace type nose, so, or taste anyway. So give it a taste. Cheers. Thanks, Dave. So it's my second pour from Dave Vogelsang, for anybody who's just joining. Well, it's funny too, and I'm reading Dave's last comment here. He said not a fan of Dickel, but I like this 15-year. Just last night, I was sipping on Dickel 15. So thinking, oh, this bottle's been sitting around for a couple of years. I should probably just go ahead and finish this guy off. Not that I'm going to finish it off fast or anything, but don't just let it sit there. I had several pours of Dickel 15 last night. So, and that Dickel 15 is good. It that one I have is over 100 proof, 104 proof or something like that. So I think when you get down to the lower proofs, they're not as good. And some of them, as everybody knows, are older than 15 years, even though they're listed as 15 years. Some of them are 17, 18, 19 years old. Now, this, I wouldn't put this in the same category as Dickel. So even though Dickel's distilling this, I wonder if whose barrels everybody's using. So I've often thought that the minerality that Dickel has might come from their barrels. This doesn't have that. This is sweet. This is a little bit of spice, cinnamony spice. Not a whole lot. It's not very spicy. Medium mouthfeel, medium. A little below medium mouthfeel. It's not crazy thick, but it's not watery. But a good medium finish on this too. So yeah, this is a nice pour. Elijah Craig saying, "My apologies, didn't mean to affect the blind." I don't think he did. I read that and I'm like, oh no, but no, this does not remind me of Dickel. So in fact, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, if I had this in a blind and I was tasting this, smelling this, I would guess this was a Buffalo Trace product. Actually, the grapiness that I get on Buffalo Trace, not all Buffalo Trace, but some Buffalo Trace. And this is only 100.8 proof. So yeah, it's not crazy high proof. So, I mean, I would probably guess this was like an E.H. Taylor or an Eagle Rare or something like that. So definitely a nice pour, Dave. Appreciate that. Thank you. Maybe y'all need to give Bibb and Tucker a look when I'm in the store next. I don't even know what they have. I guess I should know that everybody has different options, different bottles. But to me, their corks are all cork. You know, similar to like Pikesville Rye. You know, it's just there's no wood on it, no metal on it. It's just cork, and theirs are even more rustic looking, right? So you know, like Pikesville Rye is very rounded and shaped and all that. To whereas it seems like the Bibb and Tucker is more rustic looking. So yeah, I like that. I like that, Dave. Thank you. All right, I'm going to rinse that glass out for our next pour, but I see Sugar Kitty made it. Cheers, Sugar Kitty. Appreciate you showing up. I was crazy surprised that everybody showed up on my first live stream just as a purely out of the blue, unannounced first live stream ever, and Sugar Kitty was there. And he's definitely a great fact checker, and or general trivia, not necessarily trivia, but just spouting the facts, whether it's a fact checking or just needing facts. It's like, oh yeah, definitely one to have the info. All right. Keep this going. I don't know what Ben's going to want to try. He's not here yet, but let's get the crowd to vote on this. So my samples from Ben, who's coming, include a couple of the Buffalo Trace Mash Bill 2 single barrel releases, which aka Blanton's, right? But we've got a Rock Hill Farm, we've got an Elburn T. Lee. And then we've got Starlight Bourbon, finished in maple syrup, Mando maple. I'm not 100% sure what that means. We got a Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye Heroes Edition. These are great. I got a pack of about 5 or 6 of these that I got from Mark at Northwest Bourbon, and I've been drinking these with him. I'll probably set this one off the side. Drink that with Ben and Mark. I've drank 2 or 3 of Mark's already, and then I've got an old line Case 1 rum, 21090 port finished, port cask, double cask, 65%. So that's 130, actually 131 proof, 65.6%, 131 proof. So this guy's pretty high proof rum. Thomas Anderson. Hello, welcome. I love the Neo after that, the Matrix reference. Love it, always have. But yeah, so I've got a Starlight Maple. I've got a Case 1 rum from Old Line that's port finished. And I've got an Elmer T. Lee and Rock Hill Farms, which let Ben answer questions about those, whether they're just regular barrels, shelfers, or if there's something special. So anybody got a preference when he shows up? I mean, I'll let him pick probably, but there's Sugar Kitty, or I just nitpick. Okay, so I call it fact checking. You call it nitpicking? No. No, I mean, I think it's greatly appreciated by everybody. Nobody likes to be misinformed. And when alcohol's involved, memories get fuzzy. So it's always good to have somebody standing in the wings, correcting the ship and all that sort of stuff, right? So, all right. I'll just finish off some stuff. Ben might not show up. I'll just pick something else if not. I'm going to go back to this first glass of mine that I hadn't finished. This is the Old Forester 117 Bottle and Bond Rye, or Bonded Rye. I don't know what's the terminology they use. Yeah, Bottle and Bond Rye. Go back to this and see what I think now. All right, I think that's the lowest proof of what I've been drinking. I mean, I haven't been drinking that much, but it's the spiciest. So, I mean, it's a rye. It's definitely spicy rye. The proof's not up there, but it's kind of got a thin mouthfeel on it. There's medium finish. It's nice. It is sippable. So, I mean, I've been a big fan. If you go back and watch any videos I've done with the Old Forester rye, I've been a fan of theirs. I like their regular rye. It's 100 proof, non-bonded. I think it makes amazing cocktails. I think if you want a whiskey for your cocktails, Manhattan, old fashioned, any kind of whiskey cocktail, you can't go wrong. I know a lot of people use Rittenhouse and stuff like that. The Old Forester rye is spot on there. I think it's delicious rye. This is the same mash bill. Sorry, you can't see with the comment up there. This is the same mash bill. This is just, I don't know. They don't have an age statement on this. Actually, they might, and I can't. The print is so small, I can't read it if they do. But it may be not just 4 years old. It could be 5, 6, 7 years old. I don't know. But it's bottled and bond rye. It's nice. It's sippable, like I said. So, unlike regular Old Forester rye, which I think is sippable also, I don't mind mixing that in cocktails, but I probably would not mix this 117 in a cocktail. All right. Rinse that glass out. All right, what else I got going on here? Not a lot of comments happening. So I've still got, I re-poured my cigar blend. I've still got, let me finish this guy off. This was the Calvados. Yeah, if I'm gonna, and I am gonna keep doing this. As I keep doing these monthly streams and stuff. Wow, you talk about things getting, mind's getting fuzzy and whatnot. I just said about facts with Sugar Kitty and all that. The what glasses do I have sitting in front of me, right? This nose. I mean, I'm wondering if this is the Murray Hill Club Calvados finish now. We can go roll back the tape and watch it, right? But this is candy. This is not cinnamon. I'm sorry, caramel, sugary candy. Oh man. So what else? Okay, I know it's not the Bibb and Tucker. I finished that, rinsed that. Yeah, I think this is definitely the Calvados Joseph Magnus. So yeah, I would agree with that on the taste. Yeah, absolutely, Ben. Come on in. I sent you a text with the link, I hope. I tell you what, though, the nose is delicious at the moment. It's crazy. And I know other people have done videos or have made comments about nose your empty glasses and all that. I haven't made one of those, but I've been wanting to. I'll tell you what, there is something to be said about that. If I were to sit here and drink these and finish them off, go to bed, get up in the morning and pick up an empty glass and give it a nose, I tell you what, some of the best noses, aromas or smells you'll get are out of an empty glass. And that doesn't have to be a dried out glass either. I mean, but that Joseph Magnus Murray Hill Club Calvados finish, their special release, man, that had a crazy good nose on it just now. And it wasn't even empty. I just went back to it. It was delicious. So, all right. Wayne Arnold, welcome. Let me get to the mouse over here. Good to see you. He's making a comment on Sugar Kitty's stuff. Eric Gunnarsson, also welcome. Cheers, Eric. Waiting on Ben at the moment. Eric, I've got some of your samples. If you want me to pull one of yours out, give me a nod. I will. I've got. You sent me several of Top Dog's blends, which I'll leave till Top Dog's on. I need to give him a heads up that I'm going live so I can get him on here. But I've got some other samples of yours that that are not Top Dog blends. And who's that? Thomas Anderson, always smell a glass in the morning. Yeah, absolutely. It's like empty glasses, you know, and not just right after you finish it, you know, just like let it sit overnight, let it sit for a few hours, whatever not. It's like, yeah. And honestly, when you get a delicious whiskey, delicious pour, I mean, sure, you got to drink it. I mean, that's what, you know, but if it's got a great nose, you can nose it for a long time and just take sips in between. And that's what just makes it all that much more enjoyable, right? The nose is almost as important as the taste. Not quite, but almost. I think, you know, obviously taste is number one, but nose and finish are right behind it. And I think nose is probably more important than finish, but yeah, it's arguable. So. I think Ben is finally getting on. I can see him in the background, taking a sip of his ginormous water jug there. Wait for a thumbs up, though. Are you ready, Ben? All right. There we go. Let me.
Hi, David.
There we go.
Did you see what I was doing?
Oh, hold on. I don't have any sound. Let me get my earphone in. I've been sitting here just talking to everybody. Now I actually have to listen. All right. You there?
Yeah, did you look at the pictures I sent you, what I've been doing outside?
No. let me take a quick look. Oh, yes.
I'm a little warm at the moment. Sorry if there's background noise. There's fans going.
I got you.
Only about 2,000 pounds.
Yeah, you said you were at Lowe's when I texted you earlier, so I can see that. So, all right. Well, I took all your samples out while you were unloading.
I'll tell you right now, I have zero remembrance of what I said.
That's fine. I expected that. I read them all to the chat and let them vote on it.
So
I don't think I got one single vote. So,
all right,
but
I don't blame you.
But there were a couple, at least one.
I'm pretty sure they're all things you asked for.
There was at least one that I pulled out for something different. So I'm left with 4 samples here.
Okay.
2 of which I've got a question. I don't know, what's DD mean? Was this going to somebody else, Driftless Drams, and you sent them to me? But I don't know. But I got a Rock Hill Farms single barrel and an Elmer T. Lee. Those are probably just shelfers, I'm guessing, but they say DD on them.
I don't remember.
All right. So
probably because maybe I was drunk and I meant to say DMC or David.
Yeah, who knows?
DMC,
you've been known to reorient shipments.
I can't say that they would be interested in either of those. So that doesn't make sense.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I don't know. But so the other 2 I think are more up for par here. I've got a Starlight bourbon. It says Bourbon Fines. I don't know what that means.
Oh, that's the maple.
Finished in maple syrup, mango, maple.
Yeah, that is dessert in a bottle. I would have that. So that was picked the day we were all at.
We were at Starlight?
Starlight, but that was picked before we all got there.
Okay. So save that guy for last, right?
Yeah, that's candy.
Well, the other one is a rum. It's an old line Case 1 rum, 21090 port cask.
Oh, that one's, yeah, those are both sweet. I mean, whatever you want to drink, dude. I thought I sent you more interesting stuff. I don't know.
Well, the one I pulled out was a Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye Heroes edition, which I pulled it out because I mentioned I've got a sample of 5 or 6 of them from Mark at 2.
So you're going to do that as its own stream?
Well, but with you and Mark probably. I mean, I've been drinking all the ones Mark sent. I've been drinking with him on stream, and you're usually on there too. So I just kind of pulled that one off the side.
I would probably say what was the last thing you had? The Magnus.
Yeah. Well, now the last thing I had was a Bib and Tucker. You missed that one.
Yeah. Sorry, I was
15-year Bib and Tucker.
20-something bags of drainage rock. And I'm a fat ass. Anyway. I would probably say try the rum.
Try the rum? Well, I'll tell you from experience. At the last year's Mash and Journey Bash, Bardstown Blitz. Bardstown Blitz in Bardstown. Yep. At the, now see, this is Eric Gunnarsson gave me some wisdom here. Just twist it and don't try to take the plastic off. So, and these aren't his, these are yours, but that worked beautifully. At the Bardstown Bliss last year, at the bottle share afterwards, which went on for hours and hours. I mean, I'm going around sampling everything. It's like this is all delicious stuff, trying everything. And I walked up to a barrel with the double L, Barrell, a barrel rum that was a cast strength rum, and poured a pour that was a little heavy. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but it was a heavier that I was pouring and for some reason I poured a little heavier pour of that one. And I sat down next to Maureen Franchi and drank that. And the rest of the night is a blur. So.
Maybe somebody roofied it.
I don't know, but it was definitely an experience. So I know at some point I think I dropped my tasting glass and it shattered on the floor and all that. But that was the end of the night there for me. So all right, Starlight Bourbon. Hold on, this is the maple. I didn't even open the right one.
I mean, you can have it, but nothing's going to taste sweet after that.
No, wrong one. All right, this is Old Line Case 1 Rum, 290 port cast finish. Now, I was a big fan of the Navy Strength Old Line. When I went there last year, I bought the Navy Strength. Loved it. Thought it was delicious. It was almost like what I want in a bourbon, like butterscotchy, all that sort of stuff. It's delicious. We made several mixed drinks with it here and stuff too, but I wound up giving the rest of it to my daughter, so I haven't seen it since. But this one's intriguing.
You handle it. I believe if you buy 2 or 3 bottles off the website, it's free shipping from Old Line.
Okay. Let me catch up real quick. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nope. Wrong chat there.
I'm just trying to cool down so I can have a pour with you.
Yeah. Bullet single barrel store pick. Very tasty local liquor store. Just a 17-year Bullet single barrel.
They do exist.
Yeah, they do exist. I mean, if you buy just the 95.5, the Bullet, is it 12-year? Is that what it's listed as? Or is it the 12-year rye? Some of them are 17 years anyways, right? Yeah, this year they were, yeah. The okay, there's I was talking about nose in your glass after you finished it, even the next morning. There's Wayne Arnold talking about that. It's you can get some amazing smells. More agreement on that. Wayne's talking about the 17-year Bullet.
I'm just debating if I'm going to put the effort into trying to find
Starlight cigar batch. Very tasty, 111 proof from Eric. Yeah, I haven't bought a Starlight cigar batch. I wouldn't ever. I've got about 6 Starlight bottles here right now.
It's Fail Barana.
All right.
Starlight cigar is just on Barana. I'm going to see if I can grab that bottle.
But what I do have is I do have some Bullet 12 right here which is arguably has some 17-year whiskey in it. So it's not all 17-year, but it has some 17-year in it. So all right. So this is Old Line Case 1 rum.
Yep.
A little sharp on the taste there, a little drying actually, which is weird. Amburana, yeah. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, if you like it, which I do. But you don't want too much of it though. This is not that. He was talking about the Starlight cigar batch.
Well, I think I'm going to have a different Old Line with you because I can't find that. It's here, but it'll be off the air before I find it.
I'm surprised at how spicy this one is, actually, Ben. You're
getting spice on that? That's interesting. I get to me, that tastes like the note I get on that is Swiss Miss hot chocolate.
I can see that on the finish. The finish is kind of milk chocolate. It's 131 proof.
Yep.
High proof.
So yeah, she's gonna drink a little hot. I mean, she's.
I guess I didn't talk about the nose. I just went. I nosed it and I just went in for a taste. And the taste is spicy on the taste.
Really? I don't remember it being spicy, but I can't find it. So as I still have to go out and do some rock work, I'm just gonna have a little nip of an Old Line port cask. Sitting with you.
Yeah, I've obviously done a few bullet picks with you, but besides those, I used to drink bullet quite a bit. Used to make a lot of old fashioned with bullet stuff, which I quit doing.
Yeah, I used to do the same back in middle school.
But back in middle school, but I would say I've got one of these bullet bonded. Bottle and
bond, I haven't grabbed one of those yet.
Which is their own distillate, right? They're the first of their own distillate. This bottle and bond. Haven't opened this one yet.
I tasted that there, but
I think I tasted it there too. Yeah.
Yeah, but like we had so much stuff that day.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we were at Bullet after doing the Mudslide Survivor Eagle Rare Fig.
Is that what it's going to be called?
We don't know yet.
Let's hope.
He heard that it survived, that the barrel was much darker, that the barrel floated.
He told me that, So, I talked to him too, yeah.
It's gonna be a fun one.
But this Bullet 95 12-year, I've got two more of these bottles. This is delicious. And this is definitely 17-year in there. Because when they released this 2 years ago, it had some 15-year in it, and then they released.
Is it really 17-year-old juice in there now?
Yeah, it's not all 17, but there is some.
Right. Well, that's like everybody's crying that the new Elijah Craig Barrel Proof's only 9-year age statement. Yeah, we don't know what else is in there though.
Right. I haven't seen it yet. No. Been watching for it and have not seen it. So, there's so much stuff sitting on shelves. I don't even know when they're going to release stuff, because they're not going to put new stuff out if the old stuff's still sitting there.
Or it'll be sitting in boxes in the back.
Yeah, but something's got to give at some point. I mean, something's got to give. I mean,
you would think.
Because the same thing's happened with Remus. I mean, we still got Remus 8 on the shelves here. So I can't find Remus 9 anywhere, but they're not going to put Remus 9 out if Remus 8 is still sitting on the shelves, So
sometimes they'll put out different ones. Depends on the place.
Well, some stores might, yeah, but So what's the old line you just poured?
It is a single malt finished in port.
All right.
Syndicate cask.
Yeah, I've tried several of the old line single malts, but I have not purchased any of them.
I could always send you more.
But
that is a weird sample.
The old line rum, though, I have purchased, and was it Neo?
It's just a very weird.
Said that, whatever it was, I don't know. The old line rum, I agree. Whoever said that is pretty good stuff. So, and I don't even know where they're getting it. Are they distilling the rum right there in Baltimore? Or are they distilling it? Or are they getting it somewhere?
No, they source the rum. They distill the single malt.
Yeah. Okay. So the rum they're getting is good stuff.
I mean, Dominican rum.
All right. Thought the bullet was crazy until I bought this single barrel store.
Neo, how much are they charging for those 17s?
Oh, it was Mike said the old line rum is very good. Definitely agree. They've got good rum. Absolutely. Amberana's overpowering.
How long are you planning for going for, David?
I have no set time limit tonight. Actually, I mean, not that it matters, but I heard that Baker Drinks is not on tonight, but they don't go on until like 9 anyways.
Yeah.
But
I know Sean's going to do something tonight at 9 also, but he's kind of doing like a 9/11 conspiracy thing.
Yeah. Well, I was about ready to get on your stream last night. And
shit got a little wild.
And it got into politics, and I like bailed. I'm like, yeah.
I wasn't talking about it, but I will let. But
no, you weren't.
My stream, I will let anybody talk about anything.
I was all ready to get on there last night, and I got out.
You could have texted me and said, "Change the topic," and I'll come on.
Well, actually, I left and went and watched something else for a half an hour and came back, and it was still on the same topic. So I'm like, yeah.
Just because I need to go back outside before we lose all light.
Sure. Okay. For some reason, all the bottles seem a bit earthy. Yeah, we picked an Eagle Rare in April, and the flood happened like 2 or 3 weeks later. I mean,
yeah, we were there the day after the mudslide.
Yeah, there was a mudslide before. You're right, because we were over there We were over there looking at where it happened.
Yep,
that happened earlier, and then we did our pick, and then there was the flood.
Yep,
and our barrel
floated, apparently.
Was questionable whether it was even going to be released or not, but supposedly Buffalo Trace came back and said, yeah, they tested it and it was okay, and we'll see. I mean, still unknown at this point, but yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you this, it's going to have moved around a little more. It'll have probably a little more char to it, which will be cool. But throw me in the background for a few, David, if you don't mind. Let me go take care of getting.
All right, you're in the background. All right, let me catch up on chat over here. Wayne Arnold, Heaven Hill Saturday. Wayne, man, you are always traveling around all over the place. Still had the C9, C924 in the show. It's like that's the problem, Wayne. It's like, are they going to put the new stuff out if the old stuff? No, they're not. They got to get the old stuff out before they put the new. So something's got to give. I mean, that's what I was saying. Dominican rum made from molasses. All right, here's our fact checker. So this is Old Line's rum. Old Line has Dominican rum made from molasses. Good to know. I think Old Line rum is delicious, so that's where they're getting it. So, not sure which one that one was. Yeah. The A125 is everywhere here, but I have not seen the B5 or now we're already up to 9, right? I have not seen the C9. I never even saw a B5 here in Kentucky. A1 is everywhere. The shelves are full of A125. I've never seen a B. Certainly, have not seen a C. Sure, he's just throwing out suggestions for the name of our barrel pick. These are some good names. So Wayne's agreeing. Something's got to give. 290s has discussed it since they're right there in Baltimore area, and you know those guys well. All right, I don't know what that is about. And all right, caught up. So yeah, so this rum here, I mean, this does not, it does not fit in with the whiskey I've been tasting here, which I love. It's like, you know, it's like there's certain spirits. It's like, oh, I mean, I've been drinking whiskey. I mean, mostly bourbons probably, but they're all whiskeys. And this rum fits right in with the group. I've done some pairings with some people before with the rum finish in bourbon barrels and some bourbon finish in rum barrels, you know, at like cask strength. And you can't tell the difference sometimes. It's like, it's crazy. But this is not, I mean, it's clearly pretty sweet. It's clearly sweet on the nose. It's probably the thickest mouthfeel I've had tonight out of everything. But this is delicious. I love it. All right. I think Ben's going to come back, hopefully. But in the meantime, I'm going to pour some of this Bullet 12, which I have done a review on. So you can find my review. Maybe. It might not be easy to find. Might be easy to find. I don't know. But this Bullet 12, 95.5 rye. Obviously, it's out of MGP, Indiana, Lawrenceburg, Indiana, which is not MGP anymore. Who is it? It's Ross and Squibb. But this stuff is delicious. Oh, man. It's got one of the cleanest noses I've smelled tonight. It's so clean. It's delicious on that. You smell. You just smell the whiskey here. It's a rye. It's a 95.5 rye. It's not pine, evergreen, pickle. It's a rye. Let me catch up. Oh, there we go. Scroll down. Oh, sorry. I think I missed some stuff because I hadn't scrolled. Wayne Arnold picked up the Platinum 20th anniversary rum. Plantation 20th. Yeah. Plantation makes some good stuff. They're kind of an oddity because they're owned by a company and by somebody in France, right? So they transport Caribbean rum over to France and age it there and mix barrels and whatever. But I do love some Plantation. Found Thomas Anderson found a store that still had the ECB 523 11. All right, but here's the one I'm looking for. Pappy Van Brubaker. Awesome. Cheers, Ernie. So Ernie, now that I've poured this 12-year bullet, which is delicious on the nose. Let me give it a taste. I mean, this is a delicious, delicious whiskey. I know it's a rye. Some people don't like ryes, but if you don't like ryes, you'd probably like this. It's sweet. It's cool. It's not hot. It's nice. But I'm excited to see Ernie here because I've got some samples from Ernie. So he's another sample guy I've got. I'll throw it out there too. Anybody who wants to send me samples, just get a hold of me, email or DM me on Instagram. You can find my email probably on YouTube or Instagram, or DM me there. But send me some samples if you want to get on the stream here. But Ernie, if you want to get on, let me know. I'll send you the link and you can come on with me, get on stream. If not, let me read you off some samples that I have sitting here that you sent me, and you can pick which one you want me to taste. And oh no, I just looked down and see these glasses here. And once again, I should probably, every time I pour a glass, I should probably mark what's on it, because now I've got 3 glasses here. What's what? I don't know. That's the rum. Yeah. It's so hard to remember what you poured. And once alcohol is involved, it's so hard to remember anything, right? So I see some kind of a long comment here. After Wayne said picked up a Plantation 20, found a store. Yeah, I read that already. But let me know, Ernie. You want to come online on stream? I mean, or do you want me to just pick of yours, of your choosing, and pour it and taste it? So. And by the way, Ernie's a little late to the stream here because he was at his granddaughter's birthday party. So happy birthday to little Miss Brubaker. All right, not able to join. What do you have? All right, Ernie. Let me find yours that I set out here. All right. These are the samples I set out of yours. Let me read them off to you. You pick. I've got a Kentucky Owl, Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey, the last rye batch. Batch 4, bottled in 2020, 112 proof, 10 years old. That's the first choice. I've got, and the other 3 I have here are all Old Carters. Some banging samples here, Ernie. I've got an Old Carter Kentucky Bourbon Batch 4, which is 116 proof. That should say enough. Batch 4. I've got an Old Carter Kentucky Bourbon Batch 5, which is 115 proof. And I've got an Old Carter Kentucky Bourbon Single Barrel, bottle 97. No, bottle 69. No, Single Barrel 97. Bottle 97. There's 119 proof. That's 113 years. So, love to try any one of these. You pick, Ernie. Or if the chat wants to chime in, let's see who wins. If enough people say one or the other. All hitters, can't go wrong. That's Eric chiming in. Yeah. Ernie gave me some definite hitters, that's for sure. Old Carter batch 4. That's what Ernie says. All right. Old Carter Kentucky Bourbon batch 4, bottle 633 out of 1997. So I'm just guessing if they get 250 bottles out of a batch or out of a barrel, then that's about a 8-barrel batch, right? 116 proof. So this is Kentucky Bourbon batch 4, 116.8 proof. All right. Old Carter batch 4. Now it's possible. I've had this before. I went to some bottle shares where Blake Benson was there, and the Old Carter was freely flowing. But yeah, Ernie gave me all these samples, and this is amazing. Now it says, of 1997. Well, that's how many bottles there were. I was thinking, I saw 1997. I'm like, whoa. No, that was how many bottles there were. Oh, wow. So 116 proof. It's probably 116 proof on the nose. It's you can tell there's some proof there on the nose. But I mean, there's definitely some nuance there. There's some sugar and oak and all that sort of stuff. I think the taste will tell. Let's give it a taste. Yeah, what did the Carters use for their barrels mostly? Were they wine barrels? Were they their own wine barrels? We know. I see Sugar Kitty talking and saying, bourbon 4, not rye 4 or American 4. Yes, this is bourbon 4. Chris Jenkins, cheers. Welcome. Everybody check out Chris's channel, Below Average Bourbon. Or Below Average Whiskey, I'm sorry. There's been some alcohol involved. I think it's Below Average Bourbon. Check him out. Welcome, Chris. Yeah, this is delicious. But yeah, the all the Old Carters that I had here setting out were bourbons. I think I do have an American of Ernie's that I did not set out. So. But several of his I had drank. I think I had drank his Kentucky Owl St. Patrick's Day and something else. But this Kentucky Owl Straight Rye Last Rye I had not drank yet. So all right, here's Sugar Kitty with the deets here. Oh, generally not finished. Blends of sourced barrels. Well, but if they're sourced barrels, aren't they finished? I mean, to be bourbon, it has to be new charred barrels, right? So they're just getting new barrels from Barton or MGP or Wild Turkey, and very confusing, obviously. That's where the American whiskeys come in. I mean, the American whiskeys may be the best of them all, right? So, because they can do things. All right, I'm going to start looking at the clock. I see we're already at 7:30. I think we're no problem there. But probably plan on getting off by 8. So, and I have no idea. I don't even have a YouTube screen up, so I don't know how many people are joined. How many people are currently in the chat? Does anybody give me a head count there? And that's funny too, because this is my 3rd month. Everybody always like, oh, that's the most of we ever had. That's like, I don't know how many people are in the chat, how many people have ever been in the chat. Don't know. All right, people saying, Chris Jenkins mostly saying hi to everybody. Everybody say hi to Chris. American whiskeys often have light. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that happens. That happens. Pepe Amber 14. What does that mean, Ernie? 14. 14 what? I'm sure I asked a question and you answered it, but I don't remember what the question was. Oh, how many barrels were in the batch? Yeah, I probably said, if it was out of 1997, I probably said there were probably like 8 barrels in the batch. But short barrels can be far less yielding, right? So 14 barrels, perhaps? Oh, 14 people in the chat. That was my most recent question. 14 people in the chat. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Thanks, everybody. All right. Bourbon has still not shown back up. This is delicious, though. This, and I only poured half of it, but and I love the 2-ounce pours versus the 1-ounce pours, right? So 1-ounce pours are usually one and done. So I love this, Ernie. Thanks for all the 2 ounces. You got another one, Ernie? You want me to go for another one after this batch 4, or? All right, here we go. This was the 1990s. This is this guy. So it's a mixture of Kentucky, California. Is that Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Delaware? I don't even know D.C. was an option. Thanks, Wayne, though. 116 1.8 proof. Yeah, 116 1.8 proof is what it says here, right here. So that's the guy. I didn't even know they did any distilling in D.C. Is that even possible? Oh, that's where they were sold. Yeah, definitely D.C. is a place where they're sold, because that's where, like, what is it, bourbon, whatever, they're out of there. They ship out of D.C. because it's like not a state. It's easy to ship out of. So batch 5, okay. So Ernie's saying go to batch 5. All right, so I'm trying batch 4. Let me grab a clean glass. It's gonna have to be a not a Glencairn, but a bourbon trail glass. Bourbon batch 5. All right, we're gonna try this side by side with the batch 4. All right. Oh, wow. Darker. It's darker. Oh, the nose is nice too. All right. Who's saying what here? Oak Carter, those states. Yeah, okay. I think I like the nose better right off the bat. Yeah, the nose on the batch 4, I didn't say it, but compared to the batch 5, I would almost say there's some yeastiness in there. And nothing wrong with yeastiness, but yeastiness to me is not something I'm looking for, but it's not bad. But then the batch 5 is nicer. Absolutely. This is. Damn, I wish I knew where the rum was. That's the. Okay. This is the bullet rye. Let me set it over here by it. Bullet rye. Okay, this is the rum. This is the old line rum. Oh, wow. Yeah. It has a much sweeter nose. With some caramel undertones. I mean, that's caramel sweet, right? But yeah, now this is an amazing nose on this batch 5. Now let's give it a taste. Oh, wow. That is nice. I started to say it was so spicy up front, and it was, but it immediately changed to sweetness. I mean, it's usually the other way around. It usually goes sweet to spicy. This one's spicy to sweet. Oh, it's nice. You can feel the dryness. There's some oak influence there. What is this? Does this have a? I guess it doesn't have a year on it. Okay, so the 4 was 116.8 proof. The 5 was 115.1 proof. So this is 1.5 proof points lower. But I think it beats it all the way around. I think it beats on the nose, beats on the palate, beats on the finish. Mm. I'm a fan of batch 5. It's good stuff. We got it. Oh, sorry, I'm clicking on the wrong thing here. Yeah, only had a limited place they could be sold. Hard to go wrong with Oak Carter. I would agree. And I think Arnie was probably there with me at least one of the bottle shares with Blake Benson, where every single Oak Carter was available for your tasting pleasure. It's like try whatever you want, and they're all delicious. They're all delicious. Today, I'm going to say that the Bourbon Batch 5 is much more delicious than the Bourbon Batch 4, though. And yeah, I have no idea what years these were. Now is that it's a trick question, not a trick question, but it's a slippery slope. Is that the year they were released, the year they were bottled, the year they were barreled? Yeah, I have no idea. But just off the cuff, and I look at a wrinkly mess here. So I keep trying to at least straighten myself out a little bit. The batch 5, hands down, beats batch 4 of the bourbon. So now I do have some American batches. I do have some rye batches. It's like the Kentucky Owl. I've got some different batches of it too. Oh shit! What is this sitting over here? Oh, we know what that is sitting over there. This is my 12-year bullet. These are my 2 Old Carters. Oh, this is my old Latin rum. This is my rum, and this one is the one in question. Yeah, I don't know what I remember what I poured way back when, 5-6 pours ago, right? So, all right, I'm gonna give it a taste of this 4 again. It's got some spice, it's got some sweetness, it's got some dryness from the oak. It's nice. The finish is going and going and going. While the finish is going, I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this glass out. I mean, the finish may be the best thing it's got going for it. It's still going. It's delicious. Yeah, it's a delicious pour on the 4. Oak Carter Batch 4, bourbon. Batch 4 bourbon. Anybody following along? Nice. Batch 5 bourbon. And let me throw this out to Sugar Kitty since he's throwing the deets out here. Any information at all over where this came from? Who distilled it? Who was the distiller? Where it came from? I mean, sure, it's 12 to 14-year-old range. But I tell you, the nose on the 5, I love it. Let's give it a taste. And not just taste, I'm going to finish it off here. delicious. If anything, the point wise or aspect wise, the only thing that could beat that the 4 could be the 5 with is the oakiness. The 5 was definitely more drying. Now that could be a buildup. I've seen that many a time. The oak, spice could be a buildup, but just from what I've seen here tonight, everything about the 5 beat the 4. The nose beat the 4. The taste beat the 4. The finish beat the 4. The delicious. I'm just drinking water at this point. But it was more drying than the 4 was, and like I said, there could be a buildup. So, but the 5, hands down, and these things aren't even available anymore, right? I mean, this is 2025. Sugar Kitty's putting out information. These were probably released in 2022 or earlier, years ago. So I just happen to have some samples from Ernie still in hand, which I love. Ernie, thank you. These are delicious. Always are delicious. You can't go wrong with Old Carter. Oh man, you can't go wrong with rum either. I know I'm a bourbon channel, but you cannot go wrong with rum. All right, catch you on the chat. I'm definitely going to be off here by 8 o'clock. So, Sugar Kitty, I don't have a list of each batch, but earlier I gave the most common sources. There we go. Barton, MGP, Wild Turkey. Yeah, it's they don't always disclose it. It's not known necessarily. It's like a secret handshake, wink, wink. Sometimes people know, sometimes people don't. Can't mix states, so most likely they're either a mix of Barton barrels or a mix of NGP. Same thing. Yeah, that's kind of the same thing. So I'm still going with the fact that, rum, which is, distilled from generally sugar cane or some kind of something like not corn, can be so crazy similar to rum or to bourbon. This is the old line rum. And we found bourbon sample. This is the old line case 1 rum, 2290 port cask finish. So okay, port cask. All right. I'm not a fan of wine. Okay, not a fan of wine. They talk, you always hear about fortified wine. So you have the sherries, the Madeiras, the port. Fortified wines, yes. All right, bourbon's back. Maybe we'll see. I'm throwing him on. Maybe he has some wisdom that I don't have.
Well, that was, I put it in the chat. I do want to clarify the exact discussion you were having, but that is some really wrong info that was getting put out there, unless it specifically said a state. like Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It absolutely can be. Yeah, and the crazy thing is, I forget if it's 1 year. It's somewhere between 1 and 3 years. I forget the exact length of time. If you age a barrel in a state, I believe it's for over a year, they can then say it is from that state, especially in a blend. It's a really weird rule. Now, that may be a state-by-state rule, but I'm pretty sure that's a Kentucky rule. It's either Kentucky or Indiana for sure.
I've never even heard of that before.
Yeah, it's not often done.
About splitting the age, I've never heard of that before. Makes perfect sense, though.
And if you just call it straight bourbon whiskey, you can mix whiskey from 50 different states in it and still call it, as long as it's over 2 years old. Sorry to fully call it out, wow, that is wrong, but sorry, we're kind of sweating up a storm over here. We just finished putting out all that rock. He looks pretty much half dead behind me.
He's still wearing the same shirt he was last night. Has he been there for 24 hours? Ethan, man, wake up.
I'm awake. I'm just trying to recover.
He doesn't know how to go half pour. He's that ain't water.
Change your shirt. Change your shirt, Ethan.
Why would I change my shirt if I'm going to get completely disgusting outside? My next step is to go in the shower.
Yeah, I'm probably not far behind him on that.
Why would I go put a clean shirt on when I'm doing dumb shit outside? I showered before the stream last night.
Stinky bastard.
Ah, shut the fuck up.
Hey, this ain't my stream.
Oh, sorry.
What's Ethan drinking? What do you want, Ethan?
Right now he's on water.
Pick something, Ethan. What do you want?
Once I get to the bottom of this thing, then I'll I don't know. Something strong.
What do you want now, David?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Out of all this stuff I've had tonight, I'm going back to this.
Okay. I have a bottle of that somewhere.
12-year bullet.
No, we're not looking for it.
I mean, I think, honestly, this my crack on the Joseph Magnus Arbor was the best. But I'm going to go back this not Ethan, this Bullet 12-year. This stuff is delicious.
There you go. I'm just going to pour something light because, again, we've been sweating and why not? We're drinking it the other night. I'm going to do a little Horse Soldier 87 proof. So you going all night, David?
No, I'm getting ready to head out.
All right. Well, then you should have dessert. You should have that Starlight.
You think so?
That's dessert.
It's sitting right here. Let me finish this 12-year bullet, which is delicious. And I'll go with the
I might ask you to pour me off a little bit of that, just so I can try the 17-year version, like what this year's tastes like.
No, it is delicious, Ben. It really is.
I forget which one it is. I heard they were killing either Bullet 10 or Bullet 12 rye. Probably the 12.
I don't know. Could be either one. Penfold Tawny Port. All right. Definitely, Wayne, man, keep me a pour of that. Let's try it.
I believe it is the 12. So
I'm not a
maybe
fan
grab a couple
of wine in general, but the fortified wines,
more.
like sherry and tawny port would be one of them, but all the fortified wines I'm okay with. The wine in general, I'm not a fan of. So, what are you sipping there, Ben?
I just poured a little Horse Soldier, 87 proof.
Just something random.
Well, I had it out from Mark had Horse Soldier on for 9/11/Patriot Day.
Yeah.
So I was pouring it for that, and I'm just looking for something light because we haven't even had dinner yet. That's why I asked how much longer you're gonna rock and roll.
Well, I can't even see the damn time, but I've 8 o'clock's my limit probably. It's 7:56.
Right, well, I got the Mando Maple out when you're ready for it.
All right, let's do it. I've got an empty glass right here. This is the dessert pour.
Yes, you've had it.
Starlight Bourbon Fines. What's that mean? Finished.
It's a group that's called Bourbon Fines.
Okay. Bourbon Fines. Finished in maple syrup. Mando Maple 107 proof. All right.
Mando Maple. Yeah.
Let's do it. I love the Mandalorian, man. We're a big fan.
I hope you like sweet whiskey.
We'll find out. I know people that like sweet whiskey more than me, but I'm not opposed to sweet whiskey. So, oh man,
This I think one of the best things Starlight does, just because it doesn't taste anything like their whiskey anymore.
is that Play-Doh on the nose? What is that on the nose?
Oh, don't do that to me.
I'm doing it to you, man.
No, you don't understand. That is a note that can literally make me vomit.
Okay, forget that. It's something on the nose.
I wouldn't even worry about nosing that one. I'll be completely honest with you. Was I wrong?
Oh, I get it. It's totally different. That's without a doubt.
Cheers, Ernie.
I need a walk-in cooler right now.
It's not sweet. Did I label it wrong?
What the hell was this thing? Starlight Fines finished in maple syrup. Mando Maple.
Did I put the wrong label on it? Does it not taste like maple syrup?
No, I can see that.
See it. I just poured some. To me, it is bourbon and maple syrup. That's it.
Yeah.
Nah, you're not a fan, huh?
It's odd. Nothing off-putting about it. I mean, sweet is always good, right? Just what you're looking for, right?
I guess. Don't sound like he likes it.
I wouldn't say I love it, but it's good. Yeah.
To me, it's a dessert pour.
Yes, I would agree with that. Dessert.
Sounds like I got to pour David some better samples.
No.
I swear these are things you asked me for. If not,
I'm sure they are. I have no idea. You know, like I've been saying all night, once alcohol's involved, things are...
Well, I think you wanted to try my bottle of Rock Hill since we cracked your bottle together.
Yeah.
And have you never had Elmer? I swear there was something you said you never had Elmer or something like that.
No, I've had Elmer. So
I don't know. Whatever. Drink them, enjoy them.
I will. Absolutely. These are all good pours, man. I mean, nothing off-putting about any of this.
I'm telling you, you definitely must have said, hey, when I was drinking this on the stream, I want to try that. Now, you might have been drunk when you told me that.
Might have been. All right. I guess I probably should be thinking about shutting this down. What time is it?
8:02 here.
8:02. Yep. 2 hours in.
You don't want to end up doing a bench stream, huh?
I can. I have no problem about that. Baker's is not on tonight, so who's on later?
I told you, Sean's probably doing that 9/11 conspiracy thing.
Yeah. All right. We'll let him do that.
I don't know who else is on tonight.
Oh, there will be Siobhan. There will be Siobhan.
Probably.
All right. Appreciate it. Ethan, man, change your shirt, man. You can't wear the same shirt 2 nights in a row. That's a given fact.
Well, he's a stinky bastard. What can I say? But he's family.
Love him. All right.
Truthfully, even though he's had all kinds of medical issues and stuff, he helps me more than anybody else probably on this planet. So cheers to my cousin right here, even though he's a grumpy bastard.
Cheers,
compared to me.
I absolutely love seeing Tony Tito was on last night. That was a great.
Yeah, it's been a while since he actually came on, but I have to see that guy at least 3 times a week in person.
Yep, he's great.
Neo Sean's channel tonight will be Mash and Metal. He has 2, but I believe he's doing the conspiracy stuff on Mash and Metal because it is not monetized, so it'll have less of a chance of getting shut down by the man. You know, David, I was thinking about we got to figure out how many picks we've done together. It's got to be at least 4 or 5 at this point, right? Maybe more.
Yeah, it's in that range. Might be a little bit more, but
of course, the New Yorker's the one who gets the Kentuckian on the picks. You know,
absolutely.
Yeah, it is what it is. Hey, at least you finally got to do a tater bottle too. You and Ernie.
Yeah, the Eagle Rare, absolutely.
Yeah, you looking forward to that one, huh?
Which is crazy because our Buffalo, our What the hell is it? I got it right sitting right here.
Bullet?
Our bullet came out before that.
Yep.
But yeah, the Eagle Rare will be crazy.
You're getting a couple of those, right?
As many as I can.
It'll probably let you get up to a case.
That would be amazing.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be at least a couple. It'll definitely be 2 or 3 for sure, but it'll probably let you get more if you really want.
That would be beautiful. All right, especially with Sugar Kitty giving all the tater sticker names. You know you missed them all, but they were like the floaters and the this and the that. Yeah, so.
Yeah, well, the thing is, bless you. The thing is there was the H. Taylor Flood Survivor where they dipped the tube in blue wax and sold that all over secondary. So the problem is waxing is a lot of work. And the problem is it's both a mud and flood. So the other idea was the mud flood survivor. But like, that's just double dipping. It's just a lot of work. Waxing sucks.
Waxing is a lot of work. That's a good quote. That's a Bourbon quote. Waxing is a lot of work.
It really is.
All right. I'm going to shut this down.
Let me get these guys fed here.
Headed to Bernie, Sacramento. So on the road.
Cheers, Jeremy.
Ethan, man, yeah, you get more involved, Ethan. That's the whole key here. Ethan, you are the backbone of Bourbon.
Unfortunately, when I'm a little less shot, then I'm more involved.
All right. All right.
Next time, give me a little notice, David.
Yeah.
Well, shoot me your email or your DM, and I'll give you the notice.
Well, YouTube didn't exactly let us know that you were on until
I'm pretty sure you know how to get a hold of me.
I can let Ethan know before you, Ben.
All right, that's cool. I'll give you his number.
All right. I think I gotta shut this down. It's getting slow. Let me figure out how to do this. I don't even know how to do this. So, son of a bitch.
That button that says end stream on the bottom.
There probably is a button down there somewhere.
Maybe you've been drinking.
Right. Everybody, thanks for coming in. I don't know who's still here. Ernie, loved you. Who else was here? Chris Tass was here. Ben, love you, man. Thanks for coming in.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Oh, the Balls is that. Wait, Balls just jumped in. Balls.
Bourbon and Balls.
What's up, Charlie?
Balls, Charlie, man. Love you, man. Thanks. We're shutting down, though. Let's do it.